set.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinnerrack. I'm here with the boys, PD and Cal. Say what's up, guys.
What up?
Hey, WandaVision 8. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Off the hook, say. For all you suckers who've been out there waiting for more information, they've dropped the house on you. Okay? So all I gotta say is like the more we get, the better it gets. All I can do is like it's a love fest. So of course, let me go to the negative nannies, PD and Cal. PD, what's your take on this excellent episode where they basically gave us a overview of the life of our friend, our lead actress, Wanda? You know.
Well, first I would like to say that even though we were just reporting on the WandaVision show, we had a windfall of viewers watching our episode about the Spectral Vision, or White Vision as some people call him, the Vision Quest storyline, and somehow you guys made it a big score. You've given us credit for figuring it out, even though we just said what was reported. We literally just said what was reported. But no, I guess they didn't say that they were going to use that version of Vision. They said they were going to use parts of that story. We just said, hey, Vision Quest has the Spectral Vision. So I would like to start with that and now get back into the show.
Now, link that into the episode. So if you want to look at the link, so you can take a look.
Or we'll look at look at that episode, and please watch the rest of our shows. We got a lot of shows up there.
We're not begging.
We are begging.
No, we're not begging.
Yes, we are. But anyway, okay.
So give us a thumbs up and comment, okay? If you want to be part of the team, join. If not, don't come on. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so this episode was a backtrack to fill in gaps that we don't need to be filled. Sitting around there having to watch DVDs. Here's a box of DVDs of old TV shows.
It helped to inform us as to why.
We got that somebody was a big TV fan.
Yeah,
so we know that she is. Like, come on, we know that was going to be the first word.
And we see the traumatic events that this was during the war, the what is the Slovakian war that was going on outside their door. Their father brought these things.
Am I talking or are you talking?
You know what? I have to give you counterpoints because sometimes
no counterpoints. I'm trying to finish what I'm saying.
But I'm saying you guys go.
I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying to you that some of this stuff we don't need to know because obviously it's going to be, that would be one, not to continue to show her watching TV. No, you know what? I will correct myself, right? Because I didn't get into the early scene where they're watching TV and then everything explodes and whatnot. But I did get in the scene where in the Avengers Mansion and what's the name? Vision walks in. And that's what I thought the show was going to be. That they have a home life. Vision is learning about like life and she's explaining it, but she has a little more of a gruff sort of look at things. And that's where they kind of meet in the middle. I thought that was going to be the crux of the show, that moment. So that was a scene that I really liked, where they had them, you could see the camaraderie, you could see the connection. And that's what I've been wanting out of this show, of having what we know of Vision, of not understanding mankind and stuff that we do and watching television.
So finally, you're telling me you like this show. I mean, it's because you have to.
Let me finish that thing. The twist on her finding Vision, even though it wasn't as spectacular as Vision Quest when they had them spread apart because they had to show you what he looks like. They couldn't go to full burn and have him just like picked apart like piece by piece. But I'll allow it.
He was broken up piece by piece.
He was. You see his head. You see the legs. I need it like so graphically messed.
If that wasn't graphic enough, I mean, what do you want to see? Think of it like severed hand parts. It just
no, but then
they're not together.
The thing is, like when you saw that what's it, West Coast Avengers 43. When you see that ending and you're just like, whoa, this is like okay.
Nobody read West Coast Avengers.
No, that was the thing was on the other side.
Even the UK titles, nobody read the X-Men UK titles. Nobody read Alpha Flight.
But at the same time, I'll say it like this. At the same time, the surprise ending of having another Vision or double Vision, that is something that we didn't have in our show, that they would have a competing thing. Now, ultimately, if you've seen enough stories and you're the sword guys, I would send that Vision into space. Do not send him into that freaking barrier because you're gonna lose that Vision. That Vision's gonna lose in a fight to what's the name. It's only can go bad for it. If you want to keep that Vision around, but it kind of seems like they're moving towards this whole eulogy of the Vision, having this thing where we kind of retire the Vision after only doing next to nothing, basically holding Thor's hammer for 2 seconds. That's what he did, and we're gonna find out who the big bad guy is in this series. It's not gonna amount to anything, but we got a Spectral Vision in there at the end. Next,
Cal, what's your take on this, bro? Think carefully before you start talking once again.
This is the best episode of WandaVision, and that's saying a lot because all the other episodes were not that great.
I got to give you some reactions, baby. You're doing good. You're doing good. I'm in shock.
oh my god!
And then I'm a big thumbs up.
No, look, comic books are really good at alpha and omega stories. The origin story and then the last story, like final battle. Comics are great for that. So this is pretty much what we'd expect from an opening. I mean, this should have been the first episode. We come here and we're getting to understand some stuff with Wanda from over here. They still didn't explain why her accent fluctuates, but we're understanding. Okay, so she's experienced this particular trauma. She lost her parents, and then soon after that, she lost her brother. Then she loses Vision. Okay, and so she's having this particular reaction to it. Great, fine. Still don't know who the big bad is. I disagree with Pete. I think the Vision is still going to stick around for a bit simply because he's an easy character to play. But I do agree with him. Like, hey, they've said this is only going to be one season. So this is not a show. This was not a show that was developed with any particular legs. This is, what's the word we use in packing? Oh yeah, this is padding. Right? All padding. All padding. But at least this episode, it was some good padding.
Thank you for agreeing with me. It's so rare that it happens. I'm gonna have to.
You didn't say anything yet, so what do you agree about that? It was so.
Yeah,
the little bit you said it was so great. That was what it was.
I gotta admit that the very beginning, the first two episodes, but unlike you two, I had faith that the show would develop and get better and better. Unlike you guys saying it was an Easter egg hunt show, but look,
it is.
It is.
Okay. So, like I was saying before,
Online. Have you been on YouTube yet?
Like I was saying before, I was really interrupted by YouTube. I think that the show has, for those of us who are patient and understanding and willing to give the show some time in order for it to develop, to show its true potential, it's just come out bananas how good it is. You know what I'm trying to say? It's the number one show on cable, not cable, on streaming. It's talked about.
If you distill it down to its good points, what were the good points that you can say was
the reveals?
No, not the reveals. Saying story wise, what the beginning in the shortest 2-minute version? Why it's good episode?
I get 2 minutes, but you get 10. You guys get 10.
No, not talking about. I'm saying
you guys get 2 minutes. I get 10. No,
I want to say that you can distill and say I would recommend this episode to somebody.
I recommend this episode because once again, our girl Olsen is just killing it. I mean, she holds the show together. Without her being the center, give the girl an Emmy. That's what I gotta say. That's number one. Number two, this show, because of we've seen how we developed with the introduction of the mutants, with her being born a mutant. Her hex powers, how she's able to save her and her brother. We don't see her brother's powers of yet. We also the whole thing with now we understand why her and Vision have such a connection because she was dealing with one of the stones from the beginning. You know what I'm trying to say? And she's able to.
No, I can't. That's come on. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it.
It's only natural, man. It only makes perfect sense now that
they added that in there for extra touch. That's like adding it after fact. That's putting after Christmas, putting the star on top of the Christmas tree. It wasn't on the tree before that.
Still good.
They already did it with freaking who is it? With Agatha Harkness. They already did the 2-second reveal of everything that she did. They can't keep doing it going forward. You only get to do that in one arc of a story.
No, they're doing it now and they're explaining it. They did it for Agatha and they did it for him. I think the
No,
next
they
issue
can't.
go
You
forward.
already used
They
that.
did it twice, and so what? It was a great. Those were great episodes. We explained now the whole thing. Pietro is not real. Excuse me. Pietro
Okay.
is not real.
No, no, okay. You know, it's like it's spinning now. It's like we're on a bicycle.
Who's spinning? I barely had a chance to say what I gotta say before I'm attacked by you guys
can't
once
keep
again.
explaining. Okay, you can't have one episode where explaining, and next episode where explaining. You got to tell a story. That's what we're here for. Okay, so you can't come over here. Oh, this is Agatha Harkness.
It's called the reveal. Okay,
no, the reveal was last episode when we saw Agatha Harkness. There's not more reveal. It's like either either hike up the skirt or get out the car.
What did you just say? Did we not talk about boundaries, bro? Jeez, oh my.
Yeah.
It's just a metaphor. It's just a metaphor.
I'm just saying.
There's a metaphor like
I agree.
Going up the hill and coming back down, or
okay.
throwing the stone.
Go back to your point, but I'm just saying that they already did the retconning of the history of Agatha. Now adding this whole thing.
It can't be retconning for people who don't read the comics. For people who do read the comics, is retconning.
Movie saying that there's nothing established to say that she's connected to him because of this freaking stone.
Look, she is saying with Agatha. Agatha was basically trying to find out how she has those powers, right? She's jealous. She wants to understand. And that's an interesting thing where people will say, oh, Agatha is not the big bad. The thing is, Agatha wants to understand the power, how someone can naturally have this, where she's had hundreds and hundreds of years of study. And here we understand what happened. She's a natural. The introduction of mutants into the Marvel, the MCU, big timing. You know, the very fact that she can do it. Then we also see the whole reveal with the reason she connects with Vision is because she is already connected to the stone, baby. You know, come on. It's so obvious.
So the kids are actually the product of her and the stone.
She recognized the soul, and the soul recognized her. And that's how they went through. They didn't recognize each other physically, but after a while, remember, she used to always say when Vision was coming through the wall, I know you're there, Vision. And she did it. Was it her power because she had that connection with the stone? You know, I love that part where she goes there. We thought that she stole Vision's body, and we find out it wasn't. You know, the director of Sword actually is the one who has had Vision's body and makes him into the White Vision and stuff like that. I thought that was excellent. I like the fact that, you know, Vision bought for her that piece of land that they were going to move into theoretically as a family. I don't want to say family, but together.
Yeah, you just flinched. You just flinched on the family. You just flinched on the family. Let's also footnote that Agatha said that that she can't create them kids. Now, how are they gonna get themselves out of that bag?
Well, how does she create? I mean, she literally created within that world, she created a sentient weapon called Vision, right? Using elements of from what I can see, the color of the Mind Stone, she had some of that within her, and she was able to re-express it. Now, if you want to complain about the amount of power she has, if you want to complain about
I want to do that too. Yes,
and we can talk about that in another show, not today, but in another show. Cal, back me up, baby. You've been hot, so you've been a hot hand so far. Come on, bring it on, baby.
Back you up on what?
You just liked the episode, bro, right? You said you liked the episode. I gave you.
I said it was the best. I said it was the best episode that they've done so far. Okay, that's all you're getting out of me.
Really delivered. What's
right? You want me to agree with you on some points? Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen is doing a very good job of trying to hold down this piece of patty. You know, she's doing a really good job. Paul Bettany is not being given enough time. He's really been shuffled. He's been shuffled off with Darcy to do God knows what. Okay, I guess we have to shuffle him off because he can't be in two places at the same time because he has to be White Vision as well. So, you know, I guess that's pretty much where they're at the end of it. But there's still these questions. Okay, they're saying that Wanda had powers from when she was a girl. So how did Pietro become so super fast? It was strictly the stone. It becomes like, you know, at the end of the day. Just
the stone just brought it out. They made it more obvious. That's it. You know.
So what? They were both witches?
No, he had the superpower. Just as normal mutants, as they develop, as they get older through puberty, they develop their powers, right? Well, Wanda's came out much earlier than Pietro's, and Pietro's showed up later. You know, so I thought it was an excellent setup. It helped to explain a lot of different things. I don't know how in the world you guys don't see this. You know, I don't know if you guys are wearing like shades or
How many episodes we got left? Two. All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I got you upset. Sorry about that. All right. Hello.
I think it's only 8 episodes. Wait, no. How many episodes is this supposed to be?
No, that was episode 8.
Yeah, that was it. I thought, yeah, I think there's supposed to be one or two more. That's about it.
Okay. Well, ultimately, I mean, it's tough because I don't feel we had enough time with these characters, and to just say they're going to be a part of Phase 4. And I don't. When will we next see them? After Doctor Strange, we'll see.
Doctor
We know we're
Strange,
gonna
right.
see. No, we know we're gonna see Scarlet Witch. They haven't said anything about Vision.
Scarlet Witch is going to be in that, and they're going to have Captain Marvel, Photon or Spectrum is going to be in the next Captain Marvel movie. So, bow. We're going to see some
Like
of
two
these.
girls fighting. Two girls fighting because what's the name? Monica's really upset with Captain Marvel because they took her name. So she's
You
like,
want to see that type of fight, don't you? That's the
"No,
type of
I
battle.
don't.
You want
I'd
to see that
rather
type of
have the black Captain Marvel. That's what I would. That's what I want.
You want to see the girls fighting. That's what it
I
is.
don't want them to fight. I want to get rid of Veers. Can
I
we
can
get
understand of that
Veers?
other dude down there, but you wanted to see two women
I
fight
said
in
I
that
want to
fight.
get rid of Veers. Remember, you forgot who Veers are, aren't you? That's how bad the idea was to call her Cal Danvers. Veers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's how bad it is.
You're throwing things off that we don't need to be discussing. You're just messing. You just want to mess with people, bro.
Yes. But
But
ultimately, I mean, I think when he just said that he does, there's a possibility they could do more. But as of right now, they kind of, the freight train's going, the Phase 4 freight train is going, and we're no more Wanda and Vision in sight after this, outside of the Doctor Strange movie, where I don't know that Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch really did much together outside of Doctor Strange doing a bad job as the midwife, delivering the kids. So let's see
well,
what happens.
they're saying Doctor Strange is supposed to show up in the movies in the show, so that's the rumor.
Well, someone's got to stop the chaos magic that what's the name is doing, right? So
Okay, so here's some quick questions. I want to see if you guys can answer these.
here we
You know,
go.
all right. Number one, chaos magic. Give me a heads up on that. What is chaos magic? Why is it different from other magic? I'm gonna give that to Cal. Cal, what's your answer?
What's the question?
Chaos magic. Why are they making such a big deal about that versus just regular magic?
Uh,
Doctor Strange's
so
magic.
they can tie it in with the comic, and in the last episode, so she can say no more, and then we can have mutants. That's all.
What's the difference, PD, between that and Doctor Strange magic?
He's the master of mystic arts, of dark arts, right? He's the master of everything. That's what it wasn't. Isn't his thing sort of? I can't remember if his was purple or not.
I don't think no, it's gold.
His is gold.
Like a metallic. It's like a metallic circular thing.
You're talking about that's the what's the name? Yeah, that's that thing.
Yeah. So his magic is different because it's not chaos
This
magic.
is the master of the mystic arts. He's like all the dark arts used for good, though. He's using it for good.
Right. So the question here is, why is she's so one thing we know, magic is learned, but how did she get her magic?
When she was born, she was after she was delivered, they were sitting there. There was a storm, and then the chaos magic kind of spilled on her. You could see it in the Avengers comic book. It kind of spilled on her right after they were born, and they were sitting in the little incubation sort of thing. They were kind of right after birth, and then you see this lightning. Something affected her at that point, and that's what drove them back to deal with Chaitan or that sort of stuff. So it was a weird sort of thing. They were trying to explain why her powers work so differently than just the hex power. So they kind of added that bit in while she was being delivered with the evolutionary. There was something else that happened that gave her a little extra power with that extra magic and whatnot.
Cal, why did she survive seeing the stone, the Infinity Stone?
I don't know. It was in the script.
Petey?
I don't know. I don't think I X'd that scene out of my mind because I thought it was total BS.
Question: is she powerful enough to wield the Infinity Gauntlet? The answer is a clear no. I'm shocked you two didn't come up with that one.
I don't think I think anyone can wield the Infinity Gauntlet. They wanted it
and die
from some sort of consequence.
Right, and die.
I didn't like that. I think the whole thing is you can do anything with it. Why not? You know what? I don't want to add a little contingency to fix myself after I use it.
You can't. What's the rules of magic? You can't. You get 3 wishes. You can't ask for 4. Okay.
It's not a wish. It's the gauntlet of time. Then roll back time after you do it. Build my hand back. I just died. Roll back time.
Good point. So, gentlemen, anything else on this episode? Are we good?
I would agree that Elizabeth Olsen is carrying the thing. All the actors are putting forth their best effort they can possibly do. It's just a shame that they tried to do so much bad television just to key into something that happened in this one little bit in this episode. But they're performing their little hearts out. They're doing their best.
Lastly, what do you think is going to happen with Miss I keep saying Miss Marvel, but it's not Miss Marvel. Spectrum coming up.
Rambo.
Monica Rambeau. She doesn't have a name yet. Sorry.
No Spectrum.
Who cares? Who cares? Nothing's going on. Nothing's going on.
You guys, that's the thing. Did you guys talk about her use of powers in the last episode?
Not to a degree, no.
I don't understand why she's sitting around there, standing around there, fighting back against the chaos magic or whatever it is. That's not how her powers work. She's like this. If I'm to say you're what's the name? You're Scarlet Witch, right? You're saying you use your powers on me. This is me. I'm out of here. Being light speed. Out of there. The thing is, like, they had Quicksilver and Monica fight in Avengers Annual. And she's way faster than Quicksilver. Why would you stand there? In the first story, her first story, when she first gets the power, she hits against that grid, and then she's instantaneously sent like to the next dock. When she's with Spider-Man, Spider-Man tries to get her with the webs, and she's like instantly at the Empire State Building. That's what we need to see, not her doing superhero landing. Bosh. I can stand up because I'm powerful, like it's some sort of video game. She has light energy powers. Use those, not the standard video game superhero where Spider-Man can fight the Hulk and take hits like that. Oh, use the science. Look at a comic book. Don't just have her superhero landing just the same way freaking Gina Carano did in the Deadpool thing. You're Marvel. Sorry, I had to get that one.
Yeah, so what can we say? Pretty much the series has been lackluster.
So, I mean, a lot of Elizabeth Olsen fans have been pushing for her to get an Emmy, or get SAG Awards to be acknowledged for what she's been doing.
What has she been doing?
The series, bro, one of the most popular series on TV right now. That's what she's been doing.
Yeah, what has she been doing to get an Emmy?
Acting, holding the whole show down. That's what she's been doing. She's done a very good job.
Do people understand why you're supposed to get an Emmy?
Yeah, and people get it all kinds of range for all kinds of stuff, from popularity to their acting skills to it's just your turn. So there's a lot of reasons why she get it. So did she do a good job? Did she sell the movie? Did she make it the most popular one now? The TV show? She has.
Yeah, the fact that they like it doesn't make mean that it's Emmy worthy. And it has to be. It can't just be her acting. It has to be part of. It really has to be part of a larger larger thing, which is actually the show. There are plenty of shows where there's one person holding it down, doing pretty good acting, doesn't get an Emmy.
And
Gotta have some other stuff going on.
they're well deserved and they don't get it. So, let's see what happens. Hopefully she does get recognized for what she did. So listen, we're wrapping it up, guys. We love this show, WandaVision 8. Come back again. If you like what we've been saying, give us a thumbs up, comments, please subscribe. Keep forgetting to say that. Subscribe. Spinnerrack.
Out.
That's what I like, guys. Nice, sweet. Good going.